Right, welcome back to the channel. Been getting a few comments, mainly social media, etc. A couple of personal emails that some people like the fact that I deviate and do other things, and a couple of episodes I showed you that I buy in parts every so often if I've got time, refurb them up. At the moment we seem to have more time than usual, so I thought maybe once or twice a month I might do sort of well, following on from obviously Project Lockdown, a lockdown project. A while ago I bought in this XS750 cylinder head rocker cover. It's pretty cruddy, it's in a right state. Primarily this is just to sort of like test my abilities and learn as I go. So what I want to do is, I say this might take a couple of episodes, so I'll do a bit this episode, see if we can get maybe the rocker head cover done, and then come back and do the cylinder head and try and refurbish it back up and just, well, I can learn how it's done, or I can learn as I go, and hopefully it will help people watching. So as I say, first thing, morning cup of tea got to be had. So I think we're going to start on the rocker cover. I'll pull out the parts washer in a second, run it through the parts washer, give it a good clean. So it is pretty, grimy, pretty yucky. It's been standing for some time. So we'll do the rocker cover first. I was deliberating of whether to go for either a silver finish or a polished finish or a black finish. I have had a look at XS750 engines and they are black, so I will take this back to refurb it up and put it back to black. So as I say, every so often we'll do a project, we'll deviate away from the actual build. I'm still in the process of stripping paint, it is taking time. So that's the job for today, is try and get this rocker head cover done, and then in a separate episode we'll move on to the cylinder head. Right, parts washer's all set up, ready to go. Obviously I've got the thick gloves, goggles. Just in case it splashes back, sometimes does. Right, so I've got a selection of brushes. Right, so I've changed wheels, gone to the red scourer. I'm just going to run this off, see what I can get off. Obviously remembering goggles. As you can see, it's already taken it off. There's a few stubborn bits. If I have to go in with a paint stripper I will. But let me continue on with that, it's just going to take a while and I'll show you the results in a second. Right, I cleaned up as much as I could under the red scourer. I've now just given it a coat of paint remover. Let's see if that can yeah, it's starting to lift it. So I'll leave that a few minutes, let it do its stuff, and then I'll go in with some wire wool and then run it back under the red scourer. Alright, so join me now. I'm just starting on the light scourer. Just starting to run it through just on this piece. Still got a few bits of paint just in cracks and crevices, but the majority came off with the stripper. Run it back through the parts washer just to clear it off. So I'm just going to run it quickly under this wheel and get some of the bits in here that are loose. Right, so as I say, the only thing I've got to do is actually just the insides. I can't get in there with this wheel. We're looking much better from what we started with. So as I say, just a few bits and then we'll move on to the next stage. Right, so it's all set up, it's cleaned. Let's go in there with some paint. Right, so that's the first coat. I'll leave that to dry for 15-20 minutes. And then we'll move on to onto the second coat. Probably do 3 coats on that, and then I'll leave that to dry. Again, using engine paint. That's the gloss black. So I'll come back in about 15 minutes and then put the second coat on. Right, so that's at about 15 minutes. So that's second coat. So again, another 15 minutes and I'll come back and do the third coat. Right, so on with the last coat. Seems to have come out right compared to what it looked like when I started. So I'm going to leave that to dry, and then I'll show you the results when I revisit the cylinder head. As I say, I'll do these every so often. But no, happy with that. Right, so thanks for joining me on that one. Hope that one was helpful. It's just something a bit different. I think as I say, I'll probably do these maybe once, twice a month. So as I say, I'm going to leave this to dry. So it does look a lot better than when we started with it. Did have a little bit of a problem with the nozzle and the paint. It seemed to splatter a little. But as I say, I'll wait till it dries and then have a look. And I'll show you the end results of that when it's properly dry, probably when we revisit the cylinder head. As I say, that'll be a few episodes, a few videos down the line. It's just something different. So lockdown projects, basically, just mini projects to do every so often. Just changes it a little. As I say, any comments in the comments box below. There's also a link in the description to my Facebook page, so come across, say hello. Well, everybody's welcome. And join me again next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.